Hola visitantes y gente interesada, sean bienvenidos a esta primera reacción respecto al estreno de la temporada 4. Así que vamos a estar viendo qué nos va a traer el tío Fall Guys por aquí. Vamos a tratar de subir un poquito el volumen. A ver. Creo que ahí está bien. Bueno, como van a estar viendo, este es el anuncio que les platiqué hace poco en un short. Respecto a que, bueno, ya estamos por empezar. Respecto al modo creativo y qué traer esta nueva temporada. Así que reaccionemos juntos y veamos qué fantásticas cosas nos trae. Bueno, falta todavía aparentemente un minuto. Expectativas antes de todo esto. Que espero lo mejor. Espero que todo esto sea para bien del juego. Porque como saben, el juego actualmente no está gozando de ningún éxito, de ninguna popularidad. Y creo que eso es un auténtico... es un matajuegos automático, el que tenga poca popularidad. Y yo espero que esta temporada nos pueda dar eso y mucho más. Así que tengamos fe, como dirían por ahí. Tengamos mucha fe, tengamos esperanzas en que Mediatonic hará que Fall Guys renazca por tercera ocasión. Porque recordemos, la primera fue cuando se estrenó, la segunda fue cuando se hizo gratis y se supone que esta tercera vendría con el modo creativo. Así que ya estamos a 10 segundos antes de que comience este directo. Está emocionante, está emocionante. No sé qué nos van a mostrar, pero tengo por ahí mis expectativas. Ok, haz subtítulos. Eso es bueno. Ok. Muy bien. Ok, tenemos el creativo aquí justamente. ¡Uy, qué emoción! Ok. Ok, está todo destrozado por atrás. Es como el no saber qué construir. Así vamos a estar muchos al principio, créanme.
Hello and welcome here to the Fall Guys HQ. I'm Leah Alexandra and today we're getting into all things creative because, drumroll please, Fall Guys Creative is launching on the 10th of May. Yes! With the launch just around the corner, we thought today we'd dig into all the juicy details about the latest update.
Okay.
But that's not all.
¿Qué les dije?
We've got some exclusive teasers. That's right. We have so much exciting stuff planned for 2023 and beyond. And today we're going to take a sneak peek and meet the people who are making it happen. So,
okay, a los involucrados.
And where better to start than with a quick chat with creative director Joe Walsh.
Okay.
Hello Joe and welcome to the beautiful Fall Guys HQ library. Now you are here to talk about creative, but before we do that, I have a few questions about the direction the game has been going. So what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so it's been a long time in development, the new season update.
Director
I think we
creativo,
want to mention that that's something that's going to continue over the course of the year. We're looking to make some big changes to Fall Guys, and that means that seasons are going to get slightly longer to give us the
más
time.
largas. Sí, justamente lo que estábamos viendo poco a poco.
There's going to be big additions
Y esta ni se
during
diga.
the season as well, so you aren't going to get those long droughts of content that we've maybe
Ay,
had
por favor,
before.
justamente lo que se hablaba con los pases de temporada, de tenerlos cada mes, estaría mejor.
That's something that's going to continue as we go into the new season. Old rounds are coming back. Some are going into the vault. It's worth mentioning that these things are like really paying dividends for the dev team. It's allowing us to really focus on the launch of the new season of creative, which is a big change to the game.
Obviamente tiene que ser un gran cambio.
Creative sounds like no small task. It must have been
Se
pretty
tardó mucho
difficult
porque de
to
hecho
implement such a huge part
ustedes no lo
of the
sabrán,
game.
pero
So
este
how was
anuncio
that
ya
for
tenía
you?
hace
Yeah,
años.
it's been the single biggest change that
Creo
we've
que
ever
hace
made to the
un
game.
año y
And
medio, si
it's
no me
really
equivoco.
exciting to finally
Fue el
give
último
players
direct.
like the keys to the kingdom, basically.
Fue antes del
We're
free to
finally gonna
play.
see the types of rounds that people want to make, like crazy
De
ideas
hecho fue
that we
antes del
could
free
have
to
never
play
thought as
el
developers.
anuncio del
And this is
creativo.
kind of only the start of it as well. Like the
Y
creative
eso
that we
hoy,
launched
gente,
in season
soy
4
el
is
anuncio,
just the
obviamente.
beginning.
El
We're
estreno
gonna be
sería
adding
hasta el 10
obstacles,
oficialmente.
round types, new themes to creative as well.
Ay, sí.
It's all going to keep growing as we continue to support Fall Guys over the next few years.
So it really sounds like a cycle can develop, the players inspire the devs, devs inspire the players, and you'll come up with something really interesting and unique together. But I mean, how is that going to shape the future of Fall Guys, do you think?
Yeah, so one of the main changes is that from now on, the dev team at Mediatonic are going to be using the creative tools to build levels for the game exclusively.
Es justamente lo que quería ver. Si van a hacer niveles del creativo, los que iban a lanzar en esta temporada.
Over 50 rounds throughout the course
Ah,
of the
la
season, which
madre,
is
50
way more than we've
rondas.
ever managed before.
Pero todos son
Another thing
derivados
that's
del
also really helpful
creativo.
is that for the first time we can start tweaking the levels over the air, so we won't need to push new updates live to fix bugs, which is again like a big problem we've always had with the game. So all of these things are just going to make the content so much richer and so much more varied.
Por favor.
From this point forward, really.
And not to understate it, because
emoción.
that is really, really cool. The players are going to be using the same tools that the devs are using, and getting a little taste of that game development process as well, which is really fun. Now, if I was to go and build a round myself, how would I share it?
Yeah, so once you've completed your round and you've proved that it's possible, you'll get a share code, and you can then share that code with your friends. You can fire that up in custom lobby with your friends or on your own if you just want to play other people's rounds solo. That's totally fine as well. We're going to be kind of curating the best rounds that are trending.
Okay, va a haber una especie de tendencia.
Put live a sideshow of all the best content from the community, and you might even get your round into main show.
¡Qué emoción!
We're also going to be adding and improving the discoverability stuff, so hopefully
claro, que no haya un tipo de shadow ban. No, ojalá no aquí no aplique el shadow ban.
Amazing. So we mentioned themes earlier.
Los temas, las temáticas.
Very, very specific theme.
Tengo entendido que estará hasta la sexta temporada. Bueno, esta tendrá la temporada digital de Bubble Wave, que de hecho, dato curioso, hay un patrón o color con ese nombre. What the fuck? ¡Qué loco! ¡Qué hermoso se ve eso! Se ve súper retro.
So I cannot wait to get hands on with that and build with it as well from day one, which is very exciting. Are there any other little changes in the season we can get a sneak peek of?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch more stuff. The show selector is getting like a fresh
oh my god,
we'll be able to now have way more stuff live through the creative rounds, other stuff. Also, body blocking is something that we know that
no puede ser, qué loco.
So we've taken a look at the code there and we're kind of changing
los
the way you
códigos.
and bump against other players, so it should feel more fluid and more fun and more satisfying.
Por favor.
Finally, we're going to be
Qué hermoso
changing
se
the
ve
way
eso.
season passes work. Season passes
los
are
pases de
going away and we're
temporada.
replacing them with a shorter fame pass. So you're going to have
más
multiple fame
cortos.
passes
Supongo que van a ser de
these fame passes are going to be shorter, more bite-sized, 40 tiers to each one, and they're going to cost 6 on the show box, so they're going to be cheaper. This is going to allow players to kind of feel good about completing those things in a more bite-sized way, which kind of matches the way that people tend to play Fall Guys. But they're still going to be full of amazing
Esto es un
costumes,
cambio
our own
total.
costumes, kind of
No puede ser,
collaboration
es un cambio
costumes
total. Qué
So yeah,
genial.
really excited to launch that with season 4 as well.
Thank you so much,
A mí
Jared. I
también.
cannot wait to dive in. And we actually have a sneak peek
No
of the first fame
freeze.
pass right now.
A ver, el primer pase. El primer pase de estrellas. Ok, es bastante simple. Por lo que vemos no tendrá justamente lo que estaba pensando hace un par de tiempo, gente. Las skins con gráficos poligonales. Justamente estaba haciendo un video respecto de trajes que queríamos ver. Y en uno de esos yo había mencionado justamente los trajes poligonales. Y justamente aquí se hace realidad. Sí me imaginaba algo así, pero no sabía si realmente lo iban a hacer o no. ¡Qué hermoso! Ok, y sí van a ser como mini pases.
We've only just started the show, and already we know that next season your Fall Guys will step into the digital realm. Creators will be able to work with the same tools as the development team. We're dropping 50 new rounds throughout the season.
Hermoso, pero cansado obviamente. Sí, por favor.
Today's reveal is about giving you a full exploration of creative. So let's do just that and jump on over to the Mediatonic studio, where the team there are going to walk us through how you go about creating a brand new round.
Ok, a ver. Chequen. Atención.
Hi everyone, I'm Adina.
And I'm Max.
And today we're going to show you creative and build a round together.
Yeah, so let's just get right into it.
Okay.
So from the get-go, we have the new creative tab where you can
hermoso. Perdón, gente, si los estoy fastidiando con mis gritos, pero
but we're going to start
es que yo sí soy muy
so we're
fan.
going to go straight into that. From the beginning, you can immediately see it's going to ask you what mode you want to make.
Ok, carrera. Es un tipo de...
There will be more
Bueno, un
coming
modo, mejor
eventually, but for now we're just going to build a race.
Okay.
And the same with the theming, so you can change the sort of theming.
Ok, ¿cómo que retro? El retro es hacerla con el tema actual.
Disclaimer here. Remember that this is a dev build.
Okay. No está terminado. O sea, sí está terminado, pero puede que tenga bugs y errores. Pero algo normal cuando se lanza al principio.
Fall Guys. First thing you're going to want to acknowledge is that in the top left there's a checklist. So you're going to need a start line and a finish line for a race. You'll also see that you can move the cursor around with the left stick. And obviously rotate the camera with the right stick. And we've got our start line here to get us started. A few things that when you're going to start building this round out is we've got our objects list. Immediately you're greeted with a whole bunch of icons that might not immediately make sense. So let's walk through.
¿Y qué son esos
So we have our platforms tab, which is just our static geometry. Blocks and barriers, which are good little static bits of geometry that aren't quite floors and walls, but rather small little obstacles you can place. We have our moving surfaces. We have obstacles, which you'll all know and recognize, things like our pendulums and our cannons, and our little bits of decoration, which sort of add a little bit of flavor to your rounds. And you can use sort of placing at the end to kind of give you around a bit of depth. You can see across all of the objects that you can place that there is a number attached to them. That affects your budget in the top right. Once you reach the end of that budget, you're not allowed to build anything else. For that reason, it's good to build the bare bones out of your round, get the basic gameplay concepts, and then add layers on top of that from there. In terms of your controls, you've got access to kind of going up and down, moving around with the stick, as said, and you can zoom in and out for those finer details. Let's
Está bien y mal porque limitar un poco la creatividad y alargamiento de algunos niveles, pero
so we're going to go into changing our settings here.
I think we should go for a medium round,
So you don't want to build a small starting line and then an incredibly wide level. So we got our medium starting line. So Edie, I think you've got an idea of
para más participantes.
Yeah, I wanted to play with the DoorDash.
Okay, sure. Let's get some DoorDash doors in here.
Yeah.
3's looking a little small.
Yeah, make it 5.
Again, on each of our objects, you can change the properties of each object. Most of the objects have different properties, some relating to color, some to just general values. So in this instance, I can change the amount of doors and how many of them will actually be open or closed.
Y si se fijan, está aumentando el presupuesto porque eso tiene un límite de 1000.
We're going to line that up, and then we're going to get
que está cool,
This will snap. You have snap properties,
which makes life way easier.
Which does make life easier. When you've not got anything selected, you can go to your tools and you can select snapping. So you can do camera snapping and object snapping, and then we're going to snap our DoorDash doors.
¡Ay, qué loco!
Now I think you're going to take all of that and make another level of it.
Se puede copiar.
So we're going to go into our tools again.
Está
we're going
buenísimo,
to multi-select. This allows us to create a paintbrush and select the objects we want to copy. Copy those, bring them down.
Como en Mario Maker.
Very fast.
Uy, ¿te imaginas hacer una carrera vertical? Ojo, estaría padre, estaría chido,
Should we test that a little bit?
Yeah, let's give it a little test. So we can come on in, you can press the button on the controller, it stays at the top, and you can just
¿Y nos van a dar esa skin o eso simplemente es para ellos, no
para los
que la obtuvieron? Eso es lo que te les digo, una carrera vertical estaría genial, oye. Bueno, va a haber gente que ya la va a empezar a hacer. Pero wow. Maravilloso, hermoso.
Exactly.
So we're gonna copy some more platform. I think this is a good place to get a little checkpoint in, which is sat in the platform section.
Y la meta, obviamente.
Similarly with everything else,
bueno,
you'll see that it comes in a little too big for the level we're making. That's fine. We'll just bring this out, change the settings, make it a little smaller to meet what we want. And snap Now, I've got an idea for this section.
Bueno, por lo que veo no estará tan limitado, Sí habrá un límite, pero sí podrás meter muchas cosas. Y eso está bueno. No será tan limitado como imaginaba, ¿no? Limitado yo creo que sería un... ¿Qué será? ¿300%? 300 de presupuesto, yo creo que sería muy limitado. Pero sí, 1000 está bien. Me parece justo, bastante bueno. Y también es como para arreglárselas, ¿no?
Just so if we get a bunch of players funneling in, it's a little difficult. And then we'll copy these. So with the paint tool, you don't have to hold it. You can just kind of drag things out as you want. Copy that. I don't even have to redo all of that work. So we're now gonna select our final
Oye, pero sí se consume bastante
There we
presupuesto,
go.
¿eh?
Immediately
No,
got
sí,
our two
300
parts.
es muy
We're now
poco.
going to get our
Oh, qué bueno que son,
there.
Creo que es lo
So we're
justo,
going
lo
to
justo.
set this in the settings.
Oye,
Similarly, we
qué
get a lot of options here.
belleza.
We're going to set this to go to reverse.
Oh, ok, es para hacerlo en reversa. ¿Recuerdan que les he dicho que no sabía para qué eran los colores?
And then we're going to conjoin
Es para
this with the
reversa.
standard platform.
Ok,
Really
es para
short
la
section,
dirección.
nice and sweet. Drag this out. And then because I'm
Wow,
feeling
qué loco.
just a little bit fiendish, we're going to get some hammers in there as well.
Los
Now,
bichitos.
hammers, similarly, you might have seen sometimes they're like in this position in previous rounds. This time, we're going to have them sideways.
Ok, ahí se le va a
So you
poder
can use the
cambiar de
same
dirección,
object in a
supongo.
different way to achieve
Oye,
the
qué
same
cool.
goal. We're going to put that one there. We're
Te
going to put
empujará
this
pa' un
one
lado,
here.
pa' el
We're
otro.
going to rotate it round. Now, something you can do,
Buenísimo.
if we go into play here, you'll see that they kind of go at the same time.
Ay, qué
And if that's what you want,
loco.
that's great. But if you want something a little more chaotic, you can just put a little delay on them.
No cabe lugar a duda, ya nadie va a querer
Yeah,
jugar
it'll check one after that section would be perfect.
Do the same thing. Actually, we can just
Fall
copy this
Factory.
one. Because you know what? Saves
Claro, va a haber
time.
gente que sí, pero ya teniendo esta herramienta, ¿para qué? O sea,
So now
necesidad
that
no
we've
hay
got this,
ninguna.
this checkpoint, and I did the previous section, what
Ok,
do you
otro
think we
checkpoint.
should do for the next
Yeah,
one?
so I was thinking that we could add a little bit of verticality again to the level because we went down. Let's go back up a little.
No,
What do you think?
I feel that. I can feel it. Yeah,
Cool.
let's do that. And this is what's great about creative. If you and your friends just want to get together, kind of bounce ideas off each other and just create something on the fly, you
Yeah.
can do that.
Let's put a little drum on
Okay,
each
yeah,
of
yeah.
the
¿Recuerdan?
back, adding a
Sí,
little-
justamente que les había mencionado. ¡Wow! Eso no lo
Little
sabía.
bit of
Vibe.
inspiration.
Yeah,
¿Qué es eso?
inspiration
Son
to
los
the
nuevos
level.
elementos
Now,
que
the drums are a bit
aparecieron,
tall,
pero
so I think we might
como
need
es
to add-
You
otra
need the ramps.
temática, tal vez
Yeah.
son
You need to
recolores,
use
¿no?
ramps.
As I said, like
No sé.
every object, these are customizable.
What?
So
Son como
we kinda need the
trampolines
height here, so we're gonna need to
impulsores,
change
¿no?
the
Porque se ve como si
settings.
tuviera
We're
un,
gonna need a larger slope. Maybe let's make it a bit
resorte.
shorter, and
Supongo
then
que
change the colours.
son
Yeah,
mucho
to
más
make it
potentes
different
que
as
los,
well on the floor.
que los
Let's get
nenufares,
that in
¿no?
there, extend this
Tengo
one by
al menos ese
one.
presente.
There we go. A nice little ramp up. to
Ah,
our
qué rampa,
drum.
los
Now,
tambores.
after the drums, you can put little blocks, you know,
Entonces
to have a
supongo que
little
sí son más
platform to
potentes.
land on.
So let's do that, and then
Claro,
we'll
claro.
cut this in.
Perfect. Yeah,
Wait,
exactly what I
oh,
had in
this
mind.
out. There we go.
Awesome.
I'm glad I'm reading
Yo
your
lo haría
mind.
más alto.
So what are you feeling after this?
So I want to make them
Okay,
different,
cool.
you know, like two different
Okay, yeah, yeah.
challenges. I was thinking for the left one, we could go with this fan, over there.
Okay, so let's get these
Okay,
fans
okay,
in.
okay.
You can see that when I try and place the object, it goes
glorious,
red. This is because the
está de
object
locos.
itself is probably going to collide with the
Claro.
other object.
Let's
To-
change their settings.
Yeah, change
a
the
little bit.
settings, yeah.
Anti-clockwise,
Yeah.
normal as well. Give it a little bit of a delay, maybe.
Ok, la
Yeah.
velocidad.
And this one.
Imagínate que lo pones
clockwise.
al máximo.
And
no.
fast.
Yeah, with a little
Va a estar
more.
genial, pero
I know
loco.
where you're going with this. And then what do you want for? What do you think for the other side?
Y si
Maybe
fijan,
we'll
el
go with
presupuesto ya casi llega a la mitad.
The rotating beam, yeah, the
Wow.
rotating
Claro.
beam.
I'm already there. Same thing with the other
Clásicos,
side.
amigos.
So immediately we can go in.
Ok, dos
play
caminos,
this.
dos
Check
caminos.
this out. It's always worthwhile if you're going to build a
Dos
split
mujeres,
path
un camino.
round, you want to make sure that
Ah,
both
seguro,
sides
ok.
are achievable.
Pues
As you look at
claro,
this,
si
I'm
no, si no
awful
puedes
at
pasar,
these.
no se te puede publicar ni ver.
Well, you're doing great for someone who's awful at them.
And let's check the other side. Oh,
Se ve divertido,
really good
ojalá
vibes
se lo
here.
podamos ver.
Feeling it? It's fine. We're all good.
Brilliant.
Now we need to bring these in line,
Qué
and I have the
hermoso.
perfect idea.
Dos caminos.
We can just get some seesaws. Yeah.
Ok, cada uno
I love
va a ser
the
un,
little seesaws. They have
camino
lovely
variante
white
y supongo que se van a
lines.
poder unir en un
Rough, you know,
punto.
when you're looking at it
Pues
from
bastante
above.
bueno.
Perfect.
Where
to
to
align
line them
there.
up.
Ojo,
Get that last
no, 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 esto
Change
va,
the
va a
colours,
extender.
just, you know, give it a little
Pero ¿por
bit
qué es
of
otro
flavour.
color? Ah,
Love
se le
Loving
puede
this,
cambiar el
yeah.
color.
And then another checkpoint.
Yeah, let's go.
Wonderful.
Ok,
And
supongo que va a
now I
haber
think
un
we
cambio de
should do
color
the last dash
tanto en
at the
velocidad
end
como
of the
en
level.
tipo
Wrap up the
y va a
level.
haber
Yeah.
otro
I have a
cambio de
little idea
color
where I want to go there.
estético.
Let's have
¿no?
some
You're gonna have a slime floor, aren't you?
slime
I
floor
knew you were
and
gonna say that.
sliding down
I
to
knew
the
it.
end.
Slimes.
Yes.
So we have a little long ramp. I think we
Can make
take
it a little
this.
long.
Uy, carreras de slime pero con otro tipo de... estaría
And then we're gonna
muy
rotate
bueno.
this, give it a little slant, and then we're gonna get a
Claro.
second one.
Make it steeper.
Make it steeper. Oh, and we'll get that in there, close we can.
nice.
Lovely. We can give that a little
Uy,
test.
está
I
genial.
love that we can't
You
see
can't
the
see the
second one.
Well, this just
¿Cuánto tiempo
exudes
lleva?
chaotic
Bueno.
vibes.
It
So
is.
No importa.
let's keep this
Brilliant.
going.
I think you could add a little challenge to it.
Yeah?
And put some pendulums over there.
And then I'm thinking at the end of this, let's have one
Ooh.
right at the end.
Cheeky.
Very cheeky, just to kind of get that right before we place the
Yeah.
finish line.
Create a lot of momentum as well.
And then we're gonna,
Okay.
I think we can place our finish line.
Yeah, let's go.
And now I think that is our round. And look at that. It looks like a very simple, straightforward round. We did this in a really short period of time, but
Yeah.
you already have something that you can just play and test out. So now that we're done, we now need to go through and publish this. So what you want to do when you're ready and you're done with your round, you're going to press the start button or the button appropriate to your controller. Firstly, I recommend saving. That will just automatically save the round and also generic settings so that you can adjust that later. Just make sure you don't lose any progress while you're building things. And we're going to hit the publish flow.
Yeah, let's go.
So let's go.
Gives a little intro camera of the level.
Hay una cámara de introducción de nivel.
Probably recognized from our previous rounds, so we wanted to make sure that you got your own little intro.
Es justamente la que habíamos revisado en otra ocasión, esa cámara de... Bueno, también se supone que vamos a poder, vamos a tener que ser revisados por Mediatonic en caso de tener un nivel inapropiado o que implique derechos de autor, porque imagínate hacer un nivel con temática de Stumble Guys. Sí va a haber gente que va a querer replicar los niveles de Stumble Guys, pero... Ok, no, parece que es normal, solamente que es como otro tipo. Oh, chance no nos
No fails yet.
Híjole, ahí va a ser todo un tema.
You know, we should have changed the pendulum timers.
Little delays.
But that's the thing, you can change the flavor however you want it to, and you know.
¡Qué loco!
I should have jumped.
Ahí un salto,
Make sure
sí,
I jump this time.
Yeah, this time do not forget to jump.
Uy, qué bonito está todo esto.
We got there. So now that, like,
ok, ahí puedes publicarlo, ya no ves los cruces.
So
qué
we can
bonito.
either cancel this if we want to make some changes, or you didn't like the round that you made. Similar to the pendulums, where we realized they're all on the same timing, so we could change that if we wanted.
I think we're good for this run through.
So let's just publish this, and that gives us our share code.
Ah, ok, ahí está el código. ¡Qué bonito!
Hand that around to your friends, put it out into the online community, and get players in your rounds.
Yeah, I hope this little run through gave you a good idea of what creative can do. And yeah, it's all about build around, play it, and share it with your friends and the community. We're super excited to see what you guys can come up with and what you're going to build. And yeah, we're looking forward to play what you're going to make.
We've been doing this for a long time, so we're super excited to see the things that you folks create. But yeah, and I think that's it from us, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Catch you later. See you in another video.
Bye. Ya terminó. No, por favor.
Build, play, share. It's as easy as that. Remember, Creative will be launching with original and digital themes, and you'll be able to create your own races on the launch. But we'll also be adding more round types, themes, obstacles, and music in future updates.
Música.
So, now you've heard all that, I think you're probably ready to jump in and start building. And we've got a few tips to help give you a boost.
Consejos.
Firstly, make sure you're a member of the Fall Guys Discord server, where you'll be able to share your creations using your round share code. Next, if you're looking for some pointers or inspiration, then keep an eye out for our brand new YouTube series. Finally, the Mediatonic team will be roaming through their favorite creations to add to specially constructed creator round playlists, and they will be in the live shows tab. Now, who's your favorite Fall Guys character? Are you a fan of the mysterious Silent, the ever-optimistic Pink, or maybe it's the mechanically minded Clovis? Personally, I'm rather partial to Banana.
Por Banana, el asistente de
Well, we're lucky enough to be joined by senior writer Murray Lewis, who's going to take us on a deep dive into the world of Fall Guys.
En mi canal de personajes convertidos en un sitcom de los 80. Ahí estarán los personajes principales. Y ahora parece que se puede agregar un nuevo personaje llamado Digi, pero no sé cómo se llamará realmente porque creo que así es la empresa. O capaz no sé la empresa, sea ella, no sé.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a lot of fun, you know, finding ways to introduce new characters, new stories to that world. It's very vibrant, it's very fun just to play around in, really. You know, having all these beans to tell stories with.
I think that's the sentence you ever expected you'd be saying, right? And then the sky's the limit when you've got like such a insanely like open concept universe, right, as Fall Guys. But there are some main characters at the moment.
So why don't you tell Pinky, us about Clovis, Silent,
yeah, so going all the way back to the beginning, the original launch of Fall Guys, we've always had.
Y ahora se viene lo de Digi. Oh my god, esto va a ser épico, papus.
Introduced us slightly later,
por cierto, que escucharon fue mi
around again for a long time is Clovis, who is Pink's best friend.
Y lo que me encanta es también,
they are an engineer.
Claro,
and then we started
que van a agregar como animales,
narrative focus characters
como,
like
bueno,
Silent,
han estado agregando animales.
who is a showrunner. They do their best to just create the best shows they possibly can, but they also have this fascination with the world of Fall Guys, trying to find out a bit more about the history of the world that they're in, and then they're helped by Banana, who is their assistant showrunner. And then more recently, we've started to introduce characters like Hypebeam, who
se llama Hypebeam. Okay. Sí, es el protagonista de la temporada 1.
And then we've also got Stash and Sally.
A Bigote, Sally, Stash y Sally, creo, si no me recuerdo. Que también son importantes. Se me olvidó meterlos. Pero bueno, no son más allá de relevantes que pero no más les han dado importancia.
No, absolutely. We've got lots of upcoming new characters. You would have seen King Poseidon.
Claro, el Poseidón.
In this season, in Sunken Secrets.
Y los cangrejos.
Recently emerged. And moving forwards into next season, I can now reveal a new character called Digi.
Sí, era cierto. Entonces el personaje se llama Digi. Como ingeniera, ok. Perdida. Ok, va a ser buscarla. Oh my god.
Mystery. Okay, alright. Well, speaking of mystery, for the uninitiated, why don't you give us a recap of the main Fall Guys story so far?
I mean, if we take it back to when we first introduced Silent, it's a few seasons ago, we would have seen them initially putting together.
Aquí se viene la revelación, chavos, se viene la revelación.
Became the satellite of the free-for-all season, but they had a bit of an ulterior motive, so they weren't just doing it to broadcast the show.
El show en todo el universo.
The universe. They also have this mysterious belt that they've been holding on to. They don't know exactly where it came from, but they know it's not from the Blunderdome, and they've been trying to work out where it came from. And so they sent this satellite up in the hopes of finding out. But Stash and Sally, being Stash and Sally, kind of messed it all up, and it got to the point where Silent was like, you know what, I'm just going to go up there and do it myself.
Típico Thanos,
and they started looking for this signal, and they found a signal coming from the planet. But as they found it, something went wrong, and it got Silent stuck inside the machinery of the satellite, and Banana had to actually come to their rescue, as you would have seen at the end of that season.
That's why we love Banana.
Always there to help out.
Yes.
And pulling Silent out of that machinery kind of caused this energy burst that opened up one last big portal, and that became our way down to the source of this signal that Silent found. And that was the Lost City. When they got there, it seemed empty, but turned out that the beings, led by Poseidon, were just hiding, just, you know, waiting in the shadows, being like, do we trust these beings? We've never seen these beings before.
Scoping out the newcomers. Should we go do it?
And then they've emerged now, and they're happy to make friends.
So we've got to this point now where Digi has been missing for a
while. We've got
a bit of a mystery to solve there, so where do we go from here?
It's a good thing you asked. We do actually have an event called Coin Quest that players can hopefully jump in and find out.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much, Murray. And right now, we have a quick look at the teaser for Coin Quest. Check it out.
Ok, es justamente el que estamos jugando actualmente. Que por cierto, a mí me falta jugar en escuadrones, pero nomás nadie quiere colaborar. Digo, por si alguien quiere invitarme a jugar, ¿verdad? Y sean buenos, porque no he podido ganar en la mayoría de ocasiones porque no se dejan, no quieren ganar, como que nomás quieren jugar la segunda ronda y termina. Ya es lo último, ya antes del 10. Ok, se va a llamar Créditos Construction.
Wait, I almost forgot. I promised earlier that we were going to look at what else is planned for the future.
Por favor, un poquito más.
And I don't break my promises. So let's get into it. One little warning before we dive in, these features are very much still in development, which means they could change drastically before release, or never even see the light of day outside of the Mediatonic studio.
Ay, no me digas eso.
So you've been warned. Now we've got that out of the way, let's head back over to Joe for some exclusive details.
Bien. Más detalles de las próximas temporadas. O bueno, lo que se vendrá para esta misma temporada y puede que se alargue, pero para bien. No simplemente como esta temporada 3.
still very exciting to think about. So, how does it feel to talk about these?
Yeah, it's certainly scary. We never really talked about features that were kind of early in development before, but I think it's really important that we take an opportunity to kind of show our players our ambitions for the game over the next years. We want to do more and more with these silly little jelly beans that we have. Like, we love them so much, and I just think there are so many great ways that we can take this game. And yeah, wanted to have an opportunity to kind of peel behind the curtain a little bit and show what it's like to develop things earlier on in development.
So which features are you most excited about?
Perhaps as a way to kind of inject kind of even crazier gameplay into Fall Guys in a way that we haven't really been able to find the space for yet. So kind of allowing Fall Guys to do weird and wonderful things and giving players the control over
¿Cómo que power-ups? ¿Cómo? ¿Tipo Mario Kart?
And all of this will kind of be delivered through creative as well. So you could maybe put power-ups on your own levels in certain places and things like that.
Potenciadores.
Again, you know, we have to say that.
Uy, eso no lo esperaba para nada, qué loco.
Anything else you've conceived that might come to the game?
Yeah, I mean, there's other stuff that we've been playing.
Pero ok, esto tiende a cambiar, o sea, puede cancelarse de un día para otro, así como... What? Agregar como... ¡Qué loco, güey! Eso está buenísimo, sobre todo para los... No, los que se vayan a quedar AFK, ya valió. Güey, eso está genial, muy creativo. Oye, esto sí puede revitalizar a Fall Guys más de lo que uno puede pensar. Wow.
Fall Guys maybe not in a competitive setting, and we think it'd be really fun to kind of look at what co-op
¿Eso es de las primeras temporadas?
Another thing that we've been doing, for example, is role feature, which was adding new
Pero
movement to the Fall Guy in a way that's like even more adventurous than dive slide. So what would it feel like if you could curl up into a ball, bounce your way around levels, bounce off Yeetus hammers,
haciendo parkour, rodando tipo Sonic, rebotar.
So yeah, lots to do there, and just it's just fun to kind of show the kind of
¿qué pido? ¿Usar elementos?
Give people a sense of all
Güey,
the
todo
things
esto
that we
estaría
want to do.
genial. Neta, si implementan esto, van a elevar el juego a niveles que uno no imagina. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an amazing ride. I think one thing we always wanted, you know, before the game even came out, we talked about one day allowing players to make their own.
Por favor, poquito a poquito, eso sí, ahorita con el modo creativo es más que suficiente. Pero ya poquito a poquito, agregando todos los elementos y volviendo loco el juego, se puede convertir en algo más que minijuegos, diría.
I hope that this could be the opportunity for people who've maybe never tried their hand at game design before. But yeah, more generally, it's been a real ride. We haven't got everything right, you know, we've made mistakes over the course of development, and I kind of just wanted to take the opportunity to thank our players for sticking with us as we try and figure out the weird and wonderful world of Fall Guys. It's been a real journey.
No, yo soy bien honesto, yo nunca he abandonado Fall Guys. Incluso en los momentos más aburridos he querido jugar algo... jugar de maneras diferentes al Fall Guys por mi cuenta. Pero qué cool que ahora están agregando todo esto de manera natural. Sí, Dios mío. Bye bye. Ay, qué hermosos son los niveles. Esas son las temporadas. Wow, imagínense las posibilidades. Ay, que estar hermoso todo esto. Miren esa preciosura. No puede ser. Qué belleza. Está larguísimo ese mapa. Bueno, tal vez estoy viendo de más y realmente otros mapas que ya hemos jugado son más largos. Pero no se me hacen tan largos otros mapas. Siempre se me hacen cortos. Uy, pero ok, supongo que ya hasta aquí terminó. Gracias por ver. Muchas gracias, Fall Guys. ¿Qué opinamos de todo esto, gente? Fantástico, oye, fantástico. Bueno, ya terminó. Vamos a salir un momento. Qué loco, qué loco, qué loco. Oye, qué loco, en serio. Vamos a quitar esto. Qué precioso se ve eso, en serio. Qué genial, qué loco, qué cool. Eso va a estar... nos va a tener como locos. Pues miren, la verdad me encantó. Fue un gran... fue un gran anuncio, Por cierto, muchas gracias por la recepción del último video de Pokémon. Aunque no tenga nada que ver con Fall Guys, realmente... Recuerden que este canal va a ser siempre de Fall Guys. No voy a opacarlo. Digo, por si alguien piensa que alguien piensa que voy a dedicarme a hacer videos de bola, no, para nada. Ni aunque le haya ido bien al video, me voy a dedicar a eso. O sea, esos son videos que voy a hacer yo de vez en cuando en mis compras o veo cosas de videojuegos que me encanten y pues se las voy a compartir. Pero son más como cortitos, ¿no? Y los shorts van a seguir siendo... Hagan de cuenta que 1 de cada 5 shorts va a ser de cosas, de algo personal de los videojuegos como esto. Mientras que estos, pues no, Fall Guys totalmente. Y los videos van a ser completamente de Fall Guys. Claro, a menos que pase algo y pues iba a ser otra. Pero no, todo va a ser de Fall Guys. Digo, para que no se preocupen. Pero miren, me encantó el directo. Estuvo genial, estuvo fantástico. Me sorprendió porque había muchas cosas que no había visto anteriormente o que no se habían filtrado. Como las nuevas mecánicas, las pantallas que vamos a ver dentro. Ya sabía algunas cosas como el compartir, el que tenías que pasar el nivel, obviamente, para poder publicarlo, porque imagínate, publicas un nivel que nadie va a poder pasar en su vida, pues como que mucho sentido no tiene, ¿verdad? Y bueno, y otros detallitos por ahí del lore, lo de este personaje nuevo llamado, al parecer se va a llamar Digi, tal cual. Yo pensé que iba a ser una empresa, pero no, tal parece que el personaje se va a llamar Digi. O chance puede que esto cambie y le digan Digi simplemente porque lo pose en su casco y realmente sí pertenezca a una empresa y ella no lo aclare, que no sé cómo lo aclararía si no lo podemos entender, pero bueno, saben que los Fall Guys se pueden comunicar mediante sus gestos y acciones. Supongo que también puede ir por ahí, a lo mejor chance cambie el lore en el futuro, pero por el momento creo que está como en búsqueda. Oye, pues está bastante cool, siendo honesto, está bastante cool. Me gustó. Yo creo que hasta ahí vamos a dejar la gente. Espero que les haya gustado, que hayan disfrutado de este pequeño directo. Muchas gracias y nos vemos hasta la próxima. ¡Chao! Nos vemos en el próximo video que va a salir antes del 10 de mayo. Y nos vemos el 10 de mayo también para hablar un poquito del estreno. Yo no voy a hablar de noticias, ustedes saben que no hago noticias, pero voy a traer actualización sobre la temporada 4, todo lo que va a venir y lo que no se anunció aquí. Así que muchas gracias por estar aquí, chicos. Gracias, los quiero. Chao.